Good morning, everyone. It's an extreme pleasure to always be with you and to enjoy your company. And I, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking your time to view these videos and to learn and grow. It's an amazing to watch all you guys grow so well and doing so well. I hear stories how all you're helping other people and they're growing, and it's just such an honor and a fantastic experience for us to be together like this. So I do enjoy that. I was kind of meditating, and I was thinking of this because of some of the things that have come down the pike here in the last week or so, and that is when you get a diagnosis from the allopathic community, it's amazing how people latch on to that diagnosis if they had it. Whether it is a mental health issue or whether it is a physical issue or an emotional issue, these diagnoses people carry under their arms. I've got this problem, and it's like, these are some of the things we have to learn to let go. And I've always disliked this about the allopathic community in terms of giving you 6 months where you only have 2 months to live. And when you observe this in nursing, you notice their whole life just kind of ends. So someone was telling me this about their mother yesterday. She was a nurse and had a tumor in her breast. They gave her 2 or 3 months, and sure enough, she had it taken out. She was good, but she died in 3 months. And this, or whatever it was. And this is the problem, is that that's how soul experiences in creation. It becomes that which it wants to experience. It can't literally become, as an infinite being, you can't literally become finite, but you can use bodies that are made of the same material, that particular dimension, whether it's physical world, the astral emotional world. Your fabric of your body comes out of the dust, so to speak, of that world, of that level. And so, as you see, the physical body is made of physical matter. And as you go on, your other bodies are much finer, much more, your powers are much greater, your awareness to see and know is much greater. So we become the experience we want to know. And we've talked about this in movies where you get a really good movie. Some of these directors are so good that their movie is so good, you forget you're actually external from the movie. You forget you're just sitting there watching it. You absorb and become the movie. I find myself riding like this and fighting like this, and I'm going, because, and that's why I don't watch movies and stuff, because it's so easy to become that other drama. And I don't want to become any more dramas. That it's easy to do that, and so many people have worlds within worlds, and you get so strung out you lose who you are. And so this is true when you're diagnosed with things. You can take that on, and as soul you have to learn to back up and not take that on. That's somebody's opinion, somebody's idea, and you don't want to live in that world. And so if you're diagnosed with something, tear it up and throw it away and know what really is going on there. And you guys are getting really good at that. It's amazing how good you guys are. I mean, you guys are rattling off stuff that no medical doctor even knows. You're rattling it off. You know where the problem is, and I just love you guys. This is a shout out to Cindy Phoenix, RN, CEN. Thank you, dear. I appreciate your support a great deal. You know what, people that know me know that we really go that extra mile no matter what. We are in it for the long haul. We're not here to rake anybody or hurt anybody or with any of these things. But when you're in the healing arts, you're going to find a lot, and you guys are running against people that have very chronic problems. So if you have to pick up a gland, you're a big deal. You know, if I was thinking about this the other day, people are so worried about animals. What about plants? I'm a plant lover, and if I have to hurt one of my plants, it's like, oh God. And I know plants so well that if I plant a plant somewhere, it'll tell me right away whether it likes it or not. If it doesn't like it, I have to actually redig it up and move it somewhere else because it won't grow. It won't grow, it won't be happy, and it could die. So I try to get a feeling of where these plants want to be before I even put them in the ground. But, you know, if you're worried about killing things, what about plants? You kill them. So you've got to look at this totally from a spiritual viewpoint in creation and realize what reality is and what non-reality is. And we're so enmeshed in the drama. It's like a movie's so good we think the movie's real. And that's where some of these kids, I remember there was a young man, I don't know if it was the Columbine or whatever it was, who was shot. And he was being pulled away hauled away to the stretcher, and this kid was going, I didn't know it would hurt. He saw so many movies of people getting shot and killed and all this. He didn't think it would hurt. And he was in a lot of pain from the bullet. So these are some of the illusions. We as soul, we're so omnipresent, yet when we have to look through the bodies, we become very finite and we take on these roles and make them real. And we have to learn how to make these roles unreal and just what they are, the movie, the drama. And you're the one that sets it up. You're the one that puts the reel on, the projector, and, you know, sets up all the situation by your desires, your wants, your loves, your hates, how you view yourself. Everything is involved in the process of how you create. So you guys are doing real well, and I want to get to some of these questions here. There's been a tiff and taff about the cost of herbs and stuff that's going on. I appreciate this too. SCOR Scorpius, SCORPIUS 662. I love you, man. I appreciate that. You know, it's just these people just don't get it. And, you know, when you're in business, that's the trouble with our businesses. You know, there's so many businesses ripping people off. And I think that's, you know, we live in a world of that. So it's kind of hard for people to understand what business is all about, especially small businesses, you know, where you're struggling with all these high prices of everything. Shipping is a killer. It's just a killer. Not only for you guys, it's a killer for us. We have to pay for all the herbs to be shipped to us. I mean, we have major shipping costs. So it's just hard to explain how much is involved to be able to offer things to people, just in their simplest of form. We're playing with this little handheld iris camera. I'll show that to you tomorrow. This guy still got several of them. You might be able to get a good deal on them. About $500. You might be able to negotiate with him, but they're handheld iris cameras, and you can hook them to your computer and take pictures. And so I've had it for years. We're just playing with it. And anyway, thank you all for your support and help and love. Gets me. So I appreciate it a lot. I have a feeling some of these herbs could help my son, and I have major bloating in my stomach and a constant nausea. My eyesight is fading, low energy, depression, trouble with focusing my mind. My child has a mood disorder, is lazy, has eczema and ADHD. I am willing to purchase proper herbal remedies if they can eventually heal us. Well, you want to get why they're here to help you. I don't want you to trust in what we say. I want you to really learn what is at the core of what makes these problems. And so, it's okay to trust us. I appreciate that. But my gig is education and learning and really looking at this so you're educated, you're knowledged, and no one can take that away from you. That's the problem. A lot of people read so many books they become like a leaf blowing in the wind. One lady was in here, a very avid health person, very well read, but she was confused, totally confused, because this book says this book says that. And I said, all right, let's take this smoke screen away and let's look at simplicity. Because first must come simplicity and then intellectualism. Simplicity will give you the overview and then you can tear it apart. But get that overview and foundation first, and then you can tear it apart, because it's like drinking water and all these concepts. Well, here's an individual lady that can't drink a lot of water or she's going to get real bloated up. Highly acidic. This is the bloating here can be from sulfa drugs and a lot of sulfur in the bowel wall. Look at your eyes in a mirror, or get a magnifying glass. See if you have orange around the pupil. That's bloating. Interstitial. Lymphatic constipation. Remember when the lymph system backs up in the wall, and we were just looking at a case like that, where a lot of sulfur and bloating and fat and just fighting that. Malabsorption. And this is where these things come in. So you want to get this lymph moving. That's what causes bloaty stuff. This isn't the blood causing this. This is the second major fluid of the human body, which obviously dominates the blood. And so very important lymphatically. And if this is your son, then with the mood disorder, is lazy, has eczema and ADHD, let's look at this. This is all adrenal glands. He doesn't have a lot of energy to him. He's neurologically compromised. That's the adrenal glands. He could have had the vaccinations of a neurotoxin like thimerosal or something. A lot of neurotoxins in our society could have thrown him over the top here. So real important to get your son as adrenals up, his kidneys up. He's going to have lymphatic problems. The proof of that is the eczema. So it shows you that, one, the adrenals are low. Of course, on the younger people, we've been talking a lot about this, how low these adrenal glands are, and it's just real scary what these young people are having to deal with. I just feel so sorry for our younger people having to deal with all these problems. They haven't had, there's a lot of sick kids at 20 to 30 years old, and they're not having fun in their youth. So your son's got eczema is your body's third kidney, meaning his two main kidneys aren't filtering well. Well, here's ADHD, go right to the adrenals and the autonomic nervous system. So you want to get the adrenals up. You can give him the new brain and nerve formula. Lazy could just be very weak adrenals and thyroid, and just translating into laziness. He doesn't have any ambition, any energy, doesn't no desire, doesn't like himself. That'd be thyroid, parathyroid. So you want to look at these things. Going back to you, the stomach, bowels here, the eyesight is fading. This is all lymph, depression, parathyroid. So you're looking at the sun with that, low energy. There's your adrenal glands. So I'm looking at your sun with that. Trouble with focusing the mind. So go by detoxing that body, getting that lymph system moving. Use that brain and nerve formula. Pop that nervous system up. I'm doing a lot more with the brain and nerve formula because everybody's nervous systems are down. So now we're adding that to our standard protocol because I think that's key. Now that we're learning more about, your neurological diabetes, the fact that the nervous system is controlling everything anyway, we've kind of left that to the side, not realizing a lot of suppression can be a neurological suppression. Well, when we get to the nervous system, who controls that system? And autonomic is the adrenals, central nervous system is the brain. So it always helps to move the lymph in the body, get these acids out, get your adrenals and kidneys up to do that, because you can't move it without that. Clean up the bowels and start that process. So the same with you, sweetheart. You want to really get that, get your lymph system moving, get your kidneys and adrenals up, and the same for your son. Same thing there. And you'll all get better, and you'll pull yourself out of that. I don't know if there's anyone like me in the Boston area. You could call any of you guys from the Boston area that can help this lady. By all means, you can put this on YouTube. This is Call Rachel, or just Rachel. You can call here, and one of the staff will help you, set you up on a protocol or something for that. But when you're buying product, you want to buy it specifically for what you're going after. That's why these supplements, throw them away. You want tissue-specific herbs. They got all your nutrition. They got all your aminos. They got all your C's and your B's and your flavonoids. They got all of that. What it does have that nothing else has is tissue-specific power. The power to inspire performance from tissue. And I love that. Oh, yeah, this is my friend, SCORPIUS 662, bro. Hey, man. Oh, you're talking to this guy? Yeah. I wanted to use that word, too, but I tried to have some restraint because,